And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Whew. I hope you enjoyed that brutal OSC as we have returned with the quarterfinals of the StegoMonday number 2. And we have a fresh best of 3 series for you. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the Australian Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Pigpan. It is Pig. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Gaiman Gladiators. It is SHIN. Here we go. Pig already having a very surprising result. I mean, he caused an upset against Dolan. I was not expecting him to go this far in the event, but he is here in the quarterfinals. And can he cause another upset? I mean, he's up now against one of the top 2 players of the tournament, so it's not going to be easy here, but I want to believe that Pig, especially in a ZvZ, can definitely bring it to SHIN. I'm curious of what kind of builds he has ready for him. ZvZ can be very chaotic. There's many times in a ZvZ where you can cut workers and go for a Roach Rush, go for a Ling Flood, go for Ling Bane. There's a lot of potential here for Pig to try to catch SHIN off guard. As we get into this though, before I forget, it's time for Gamba. Predictions now open. Place your bets in the chat for how you think the series will unfold. Best of luck in the chat. As a reminder, this is a best of 3, and the winner advances on to the semifinals to face off against the winner of Australia and I was gonna say Australia and Epic, the winner against Australia and Epic. Here we go. So now hatch gas pool, standard opener. So far everything is looking normal, everything is looking standard. Hatch gas pool out of SHIN, hatch gas pool out of Pig. And we'll see if either player does delay their third base, delay their Baneliness, go for a faster Roach Warren, stay on 2 bases even as well, go for a fast lair. You do have options. But now we are settling in, and we're calming things down. Again, no major forms of aggression yet. As we are just going to be droning. You can see SHIN pull out of gas. Likewise, Pig stays in gas. Okay, interesting. I'm curious if that does mean anything here. This can lead into potentially an earlier Roach Warren. We'll see what Pig, or how Pig does make use of this. As third bases are being taken. We do have our 3-base setup. And this should be followed by the Baneliness. As we can see here, Baneliness for SHIN. Pig has not started his own. I mentioned before that it was peculiar to see Pig continuing to mine gas, and Pig has not thrown down a Roach Warren, sorry, a Baneliness. So I'm feeling a Roach Warren, maybe a fast Evo chamber. Where is our gas going to be spent? As SHIN will be able to confirm. He does confirm no Baneliness. Already a big sign. And SHIN is going to punish. Yeah, SHIN responds with Lings. So SHIN is going for Ling Bane aggression, and Pig has to defend with purely Ling. Uh-oh. And it does look like Pig, yeah, he wants to skip Banelings. He wants to skip the Banelings, wants to rush into Roaches. A bold move out of Pig. It is not easy to pull this off. There's that Roach Warren that we mentioned, again, because we stayed in gas. And Pig moves out as he moves out, so does SHIN. Banelings are on the way. SHIN going for the third, but he has to respond here to the Ling Flood of his opponent. And Pig going for the surround. The Queen does wedge herself here between the mineral line and the gas. Leaves a hit to defend. Yeah, SHIN does race back home. We'll lose a Queen. Oh my god, but a massive Baneling connection. Ay. Yeah, SHIN will shut Pig down. At the same time, Banelings at well into the mineral line. Good reaction out of Pig. He does pull away. Does morph in those drones. It's going to be 1 drone falling. That could have been so much worse. But Pig isn't done. Sorry, SHIN isn't done. SHIN is not done. He's still rallying across the map. Remember, there are no Banelings to defend. The Roach Warren is done. Roaches are on the way, but the Queens are under threat. Back at home, SHIN defends, and SHIN is busting down that front door. The Queens are going to fall down. The Roaches pop out, but a little bit too late. The Queens have fallen. Nice positioning here for Pig. He will keep the Roaches safe. And Pig should be going for an all-in from here. He should be going for just a Roach Ling all-in. As he has lost quite an amount of workers and doesn't really have any drones behind this. Going for a Baneliness, actually. Bold move. That means Pig is going for a later move out. He's going to be waiting for Banelings to support his army. So Pig is building up. Likewise, SHIN has his own defense, or his own reactive roach warren and is massing up roaches. Roaches are amassing. A Pig should not be droning from here, and so far he isn't. He's making more overlords to make sure it doesn't get supply blocked. And he's waiting for that Baneling nest. And it's going to be all or nothing for Pig. And the problem is that SHIN isn't droning. The problem is that SHIN isn't droning. In the sense that Pig, he's hoping to catch SHIN being too greedy. He's hoping that SHIN, he's overconfident, he overextends. If SHIN were to drone up too much, then Pig could kill him. But SHIN is making roaches, so SHIN, he should be okay. He is squeezing out a couple of drones here and there. Pig will get a 1 worker kill, will get 2. Not bad. 2 drones go down. Pig now saturating. It looks like Pig has realized that because SHIN hasn't been droning, Pig cannot kill him. So Pig is droning as well. Okay, we're calming things down. We're droning up. We're transitioning. Lair is on the way. Evo chamber, +1. SHIN does have a pretty big upgrade lead, so that is a little bit concerning. But we'll see if Pig can otherwise get an advantage elsewhere. He is going to be saturating. Likewise, so is SHIN. SHIN actually not getting a lair. That is a tell. That is a tell here that SHIN, he intends to make this a bit of a shorter game. He is droning for now, yes, but it looks like he's going for a hatch-based all-in. So initially, Pig was the aggressor, but now the turns have tabled. I say that, going to be a much later lair here for SHIN. But he is taking up. That tells us that Pig will have faster roach speed. We'll have more mobile roaches overall. Still just droning, still just saturating. Both players are. Well, they're calming things down. SHIN is hunting down overlords. Being very adventurous as well. Catching more overlords, forcing Pig to respond. Pig is cutting workers. He's droning up to 44, only 44 workers, so basically a 2 base all-in. It's going to be a 2 base all-in out of Pig. Has taken a gas geyser to make it look like he's droning, but he isn't. And here we go. He is getting ready for his move out. Now SHIN, he's up 10 workers, which means he did invest quite a little bit heavily here into his droning, and he is still making more drones, which is concerning. SHIN needs roaches. SHIN needs nothing but roaches at this point. And SHIN is not fully aware. He's not fully aware of the all-in that's coming his way. And Pig is all-in. Hunting down overlords. Overseer will confirm. SHIN, big scout. He does confirm the lack of saturation. Only 1 gas geyser, barely any drones. Does see all the roaches. That's enough of a tell. That is going to be enough. SHIN now making nothing but roaches. And SHIN will be able to outscale Pig over time. As the game goes on longer, it's better and better for SHIN. So Pig, he's got to go. He has to pull the trigger. Again, +2 is halfway done for SHIN. So Pig is on a bit of a timer here. He's moving out. At the same time, Lings, they hit the 3rd. They're 4. I mean, we were already all in. They're forcing Pig's hand. But pushing up a ramp into Roach Ravager is not easy. See if he's trying to force his way in. Is attempting to overwhelm. He's got a good amount of roaches, but reinforcements are trickling in. And SHIN is holding. And SHIN will clean up most of these roaches. +2, almost done. And across the map, 11 drones went down. And Pig unable to break this. Good target firing out of SHIN. GG, well played. And SHIN will take game number 1. GG. SHIN does take the first game. It was a very bold move for PiG to open up the way that he did, skipping banelings, going for a Link Flood. Very bold move trying to catch SHIN off guard. At last, SHIN responded with his own aggression, was able to shut him down. And then we saw the eventual all-in out of PiG. And again, if SHIN had not scouted, if SHIN had over-droned, then, I mean, he would have been caught with his pants down. But we did see the overseer scout from SHIN was able to confirm what was happening and just made roaches. Was able to respond. Did not overdrone. GG. GG, well played. SHIN does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if PiG can bounce back here in Game 2. We shall see. But I do think that PiG has to rely on builds like this. I'm not too fond of the initial Link Flood, but trying to catch SHIN off guard I think is probably the best bet here. For PiG, and I'm curious how he switches things up. You know, we could see like a fast Evo chamber into like +1 melee Link Flood. We could see +1 carapace like Ling Roach Ravager all in, go for like the solar build. There's a lot of options here. Lots of options. But here we go. Looks like we're getting ready for that second game. Meanwhile, I don't think we have any other updates. Oh, never mind. I was going to say we don't have any other updates, but no, we have the upper semifinals underway. We have Björn taking down Homono 2-0. Mute takes down 0-2-0, and Björn is up against Mute in the upper semifinals. Very impressive run here out of Mute. Again, he's the Peruvian Protoss player. I mean, taking down Geralt was insane, but it's a PvP, so I imagine that was a very chaotic series. Geralt, he's got some killer mid to late game PvP, so I would imagine that Mute did shake things up and was hyper aggressive against Geralt, I would imagine. But yeah, making it to the semifinals, making it into the money. Really, really impressive performance here out of Mute. Meanwhile, we just got another update. We have Estrella. Estrella takes down Epic 2-1. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, I need to slip into those DMs. Epic, Estrella took down Epic 2-1, but okay. Looks like he did off race. I assumed so. Here we go. We're getting into game 2. But yeah, Estrella, he played Terran against Epic Zerg. Okay, crazy. So they did off race a little bit there, but then Estrella did play his main race and did take it in the end. So Estrella is waiting for the winner of this series. But shout out to Epic for winning game 1, which makes sense. Epic, he is a very, very renowned Zerg player as well. So I did pop off with a Zerg. But here we go, we're getting into game 2, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our Australian Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Pigpan. It is PiG. And we just lost a caster. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the number 2 seed of the tournament, representing Gaiman Gladiators. It is SHIN. Here we go. So a very chaotic game 1, which is what we want to see, what we do appreciate, and we already have our players droning. I was keeping my eye open for something crazy like a 12 pool or like a 15 hatch or something, but no, it is going to be hatch first. Hatch gas pool openers here from both of our players, and really we're looking for any big deviation. If you remember last game, we did notice that PiG did not pull out a gas, and that led into the fast Roach Warren. So those are the kind of things that we're keeping our eye open for, is like extra gases, delayed tech, delayed baneling nest, delayed third. Here we go. Also, shout out to Inexorable. Fala galera, papi. Fala galera. Hello, Smither. Smither. Inexorable. Aye. Good to see you. Yo, where were you today? What's going on? I just realized I did not see you in the bracket. Inexorable. Aye. Hope you had a good day. Hope you've been doing well. Next time, papi. Next time. As both players are opening up hatch gas pools, standard openers so far. My prediction isn't working. Did the predictions not go in? Wait, did they not? Hold on, let me just double check. Okay, they went in. They went through. It scared me for a moment. But here we go. So far, we are settling in. We do have SHIN pulling out of gas. PiG, he does pull out of gas this time. Okay, so it looks like Banelings. It looks like Ling Bane out of PiG. It looks like we're taking our third bases. So far, standard setup, standard game. Okay. We are going to be settling in. So PiG is going for a different approach this time. Speaking of, yep, there's a Bailey Nest. We should be seeing the same from SHIN. Bailey Nest is also on the way, so we're entering the Ling Bane phase of ZvZ. So we are in each other's faces. You see PiG trying to pick up a worker in the natural, but alas, oh, he wants it! Oh! Doesn't quite get it. Drone does get away. I was having dinner when it started. Ah, I see. Okay. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you had some nice food. Papi. Hello, Frost. Bienvenidos. As Ling is making some extra Lings as well, Banelings are on the way. Meanwhile, fast Roachborn out of SHIN. Oh my god. Roachborn behind the mineral line. Does make it a little bit more difficult to scout. So SHIN is taking. And PiG is unaware. PiG now moving out. Looking to apply some pressure, joining up behind this, rushing into a lair instead. So fast lair out of PiG, meanwhile fast Roachborn out of SHIN. These things they do poke in. Bane's not quite in position. PiG gets one drone, gets two. Two drone kills, Banelings, they trade against each other. And SHIN does defend. Two workers is okay damage. You can see PiG getting ready for a counterattack. I'm curious actually with this spine crawler. PiG, he did see the fast Roachborn. He is aware at least, so he's respecting it quite a bit with the spine crawler. Oof. Please add a Baneling. Less than ideal. And PiG so far is on 3 gases. No 4th gas yet. I'm curious, especially with another spine crawler on the way. Is PiG getting ready for mutas? Bearing in mind, SHIN is not making roaches. Yeah, PiG is overreacting. He's overreacting. He assumes, when he sees all these Lings, he assumes that there's a push coming, but SHIN is droning. SHIN has been droning the entire time, and PiG is going for the Spire. Okay, that makes sense. Oof, another Baneling goes down. So, brutal loss. But yeah, I was curious what the fast lair was for. It is for a muta rush. So PiG is rushing mutas. Spine crawlers, now they serve a purpose. They're required because PiG is not making roaches. He only has a handful of roaches. He's preserving his gas, so he needs to defend with purely minerals, essentially. With those spines. Now, SHIN did scout 2 of those spine crawlers. That is a tell, but SHIN, not piecing it together. He's droning, he's taking gases. He's getting to his own lair. Which means PiG will get away with the Spire. It will get away with it. Link Scout comes in. PiG also trying to confirm whether or not SHIN is going for his own muta. Overseer scouts. Overseer does confirm as well. So SHIN is fully aware of what's going on. And SHIN, he responds with a Hydra Den. So very nice scout out of SHIN. He gets eyes on the Spire. Responds with Hydras. Will have anti-air in time. And he's moving out with his roaches. Which again, I do think is a good call. Because it's forcing PiG to make roaches. You can see PiG making 6 roaches. That could have otherwise been mutas. SHIN poking in. I don't think SHIN really intends to commit. He could try to get behind the gas geyser. Speaking of, is going to trade. PiG's looking roaches, pushing into the spine crawlers. Not the best trade here for SHIN though. He has to pull away. And mutas are revealed. SHIN does back off. But he's buying time. And the Hydras are on the way. Spores are being thrown down. Overlord's getting caught out. Going to be 1 Overlord kill so far. Not bad. It's 2 Overlords. But the Hydras, they have amassed in time, and these mutas, they haven't done enough yet. And you can see PiG, he's committing. He's committing to muta play. We have a Baneling speed on the way as well, so it's going to be Ling Bane and muta out of PiG, and it's going to be Roach Hydra out of SHIN. Banelings have potential here, but SHIN hasn't taken any economic damage. And unfortunately for PiG, because of the high Hydra counts, I don't really see PiG denying the 4th. Yeah, the 4th is going to get up and running. And we can see that SHIN, he's got a couple of options. He could try to tech up into Lurkers, or just move out with Roach Hydra. And it looks like he's planning to move out. Plus swords on the way, more Roaches are amassing. And the Roaches are necessary to protect the Hydras. The way this works is that if PiG can somehow connect his Banelings with the Hydras, he can win the game, or he can win the fight. If the Hydras, if they are in low enough numbers, then the mutas can overwhelm. But if the Hydras are protected, then the opposite is true, where mutas can't really touch this amount of Hydras. So we'll see if SHIN does commit. The 4th base is going to be under fire, and SHIN, does he turn around? He does not. He's moving out across the map instead. He's going for the kill. Hydras amassing. Overlord's going down. SHIN doesn't care. He's moving out across the map. Oh, and there's not a lot to defend at home. The mutas are racing back home. They do race back. Yeah, the base under fire. SHIN knocking it down. Kills the 3rd. And can keep going. Mutas are catching reinforcements, thankfully. SHIN does turn around for a moment. Honestly, he could keep going. He could just keep going and knock down the 4th as well. Looks like he's trying to catch out the mutas. But I'm not so sure he has enough Hydras. As SHIN, he busts into the mineral line. No, the drones! Drones are going down as well. Ay, ay, ay. Gets 5 workers. Does keep the mutas busy. And SHIN backs off and he's going Roach Hydra Infestor. I mean, the muta count is high enough to really justify that. Basically, 1 good fungal is all that SHIN needs. He needs 1 good fungal. He's going to have 6. Jesus. that's a lot of infestors. Sorry, he's going to have 7. 7 infestors, 7 fungals available. Now, what's scary here is that he has a couple of different targets. SHIN is looking to fungal the mutas, true. He's also looking to fungal the Banelings. If he can fungal the Banelings, then they will never connect with those Hydras. So it's going to be all about the spellcasters for SHIN. The muta count is looking quite high. They're also prone to sacking, 22 mutas. Ling Bane towards the left, mutas on the right. And again, if SHIN connects with those fungals, then he can shut this army down. No, no! Oh, okay. Raises the army. No big connection. Only catching 2 mutas. But now PiG knows. Now he's aware of the infestors. The Roaches, they sneak out across the map. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, they get behind the mineral line. Oh, the Overseer got sniped! No shot. The Overseer got sniped earlier. Roaches, they do on burrow. We have Roaches in the 3rd, Roaches at the 4th, Roaches diving into the main. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. And PiG is getting pulled apart. It's going to be 8 drone kills. On top of that, PiG is kept at home. Behind this, SHIN is transitioning into Lurkers. So going Hydra Lurker Viper or Hydra Lurker Infestor. My apologies. Now, PiG still has potential with his run-bys. Like, he has a Ling Bane run-by set up here, and he can go for the mineral line. Army's out of position. At the same time, though, that means that there's that much less Ling Bane to defend back at home. So, I am concerned. Like, there's not that many Banelings to work with. Ling Bane gets revealed. Army's pushing in. And again, it's all about those fungals. Here come the Banelings! Roll in from the south. Fungals are connecting. Ooh, but the Banelings do crash in. Hydras gets surrounded, and PiG, it looks like he will defend. Yeah, he will clean this up. Hydras are going down, but at the cost of 19 drones. We have roaches still in the mineral lines, still wreaking havoc. And even though Pig, he deals with the army, SHIN can remax. SHIN has an economy, Pig does not. On top of that, SHIN, he saves most of the infestors as well. They do manage to make it back home. Bailey's on the way. They get 2 Hydras. Ooh, they get into the mineral line. Not bad. 10 drones. 10 drones go down. Roach run-bys continue. Or Roach water-wise? Harass. Does continue. And Roaches, they get across the map. And more drones falling. Thankfully, there is now an Overseer in position. Roaches will be cleaned up. But behind this, here come the Lunkers. Now, Lurkers have arrived. Vipers are on the way as well. SHIN, he's getting the ideal late game army, which is Hydra, Lurker, Viper, Infestor. And Pig is stuck with a mid-tier army with Lingbane Muta. Now, ideally, this can transition actually into Ultras, just because Pig has been working on melee upgrades. But the problem is that Pig doesn't have the best economy. Because Pig has been losing so many drones, he doesn't actually have a bank. He has a gas bank, that is true. He has a gas bank, but he has no mineral bank. So an Ultra transition is something that Pig can't really afford at the moment. As he's still on Lair Tech. I mean, there is still potential with all these mutas, true. As Pig is redroning, Pig is resaturating. Pig has a decent worker count now, but he's just now droned up. So he needs time. Pig does need time. Mutas into the main. They can snipe the tech, actually. As SHIN out of position. Now, Pig has to be very careful because now there are Vipers. And there is a bit of a combination here where you can fungal and powerbomb the mutas and completely shut them down with only spellcasters. So Pig has to be very careful. I don't think he scouted the Vipers, but he saw the hype, which is enough of a tell. Bailey's will be rolling into Lurkers. Oof, yeah, brutal spine shots. Lurkers, they deal with the Bailings. Mutas diving in, they pick off 1 Lurker. But again, like, SHIN has the much more efficient army. Oof. We get a gas geyser, but at the cost of a handful of mutas. Vipers are on the way. And looking for that power bomb. Mutas, they do spot the Vipers with the Changeling, actually. Pig is aware. Lingbane run-by being set up. Gas Geyser goes down once again. The Lurker was not replaced. So there's 1 less Lurker to defend. So the Bailey run-by has potential to break down the base. But SHIN, he's got another mineral line. More Lingbane being set up. So Pig is trying to set up some multi-pronged aggression. And the mutas, they do go for... Oh, no, the fungal, no! The fungal does connect. The mutas are going to be going down. The mass power bomb at the same time. Bailey's, they do crash in. They get the base, but SHIN has another. SHIN, his economy is still fine. And most of the mutas did go down. And SHIN is about to max. He's about to max out. Pig going for another Bailey run-by. He can go for the expansion. He can and he will. Gets into the mineral line. But at the same time, it's all about the main army. And Pig, he cannot stop this. Yeah, the base trade is the best chance for Pig. But he's only got a handful of Lings. I mean, this is Pig's army. Yeah, Lings to the main base are being cleaned up. And SHIN can just keep pushing. SHIN just going for run-bys. Ultra Caverns on the way. You spoke about it. Ultras were definitely a viable transition for Pig, but he just didn't have the economy early enough. Early on. And Pig, he's sending his drones away. He's getting ninja bases, trying to hold on, trying to survive. I mean, again, the base trade is the best chance for Pig, but he just doesn't have that many mutas. As he pulls away. Mutas, they find some Hydras. Basically, Pig has to do everything he can to avoid the main fight. He has to avoid the main army. There are 6 Ultras on the way. But again, they can't really engage. I think the best chance for the Ultras is to commit to the base trade as well. Mutas, they hit the natural. Another expansion gets found. Now, if SHIN has his lurkers split, then the Ultras could clean them up. What are the upgrades on the Ultras? Oh, they don't have kindness plating. So these Ultras are actually going to be quite squishy. They don't have kindness plating. They don't have +3. They don't even have +2, actually. So the Ultras are not going to be as intimidating as they otherwise would be. Oh my god, they get trapped by the changelings. And they're stuck in the natural. They're stuck. Step, bro. Let out the Ultra. There we go. Ultras are let free. How many Ultras do we have? 6. 6 Ultras. Okay, if he can catch the army unburrowed. True. If he can catch the lurkers unburrowed, that's gonna be the best chance here for Pig. He lost all of his mutas. He has like 2 mutas left. He has Blinding Clouds. True. He can Blinding Cloud the army. Speaking of, it's not like this. Not like this. The Ultras, they melt. They cannot touch this army, and yeah, that's all the Ultras going down. Again, no kindness plating, no armor upgrades. They only have +1. So the Ultras were very squishy, and SHIN can break through. There was potential, though. There was potential with the Blinding Clouds and with an engagement like that. As Pig, he's harnessing his inner Terran. He's got that copium. The Terran inside him. As he's doing what he can across the map, he has saved a good amount of workers. Got more Ultras on the way. He's doing that Terran thing where he's got like 1 Marine and 1 Medevac and he's microing across the map. He's doing the same with the 1 Ultra. But GG, well played, and SHIN will take the series 2-0. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A shout out to Pronetheus. Prawn. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you. Thank you. We do appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you, papi. Thank you. Do appreciate it, bro. Do appreciate it. Gracias, papi. Gracias. Oh. As we will be following SHIN again. SHIN, he will take the series, will advance on to lower semifinals, and SHIN is going to be facing off against Australia in the best of 3. GG, well played. But a shout out to Pig, because Pig had a really good performance here this week. Again, he caused a massive upset earlier against Dolan, bringing him down 2-1. A very surprising result and a very strong performance in that ZvT. He went down to SHIN, but SHIN is one of the favorite players for the entire tournament, so there's no shame in falling to SHIN. So very nicely done here by Pig, making it to the quarterfinals. And now Pig, now we can cast. Now we can jump in, now we can cast. And we're going to be getting into the semis. Let's go. Going to be getting ready for those semifinals.